For Los Angeles. Cleveland with the ball. It's a three-point game. Allen. And he drops it in from the low post. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
In the corner, Harden. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Cavaliers. Well, he's worried about a number of issues, and front of center, James Harden. He said James will dissect you. It's hard to speed him up and hard to slow him down. He's their catalyst. But he thinks if they do a good job on Harden, they have a good shot at winning. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Back to Strus. The rebound by Harden. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
And they pick up 2.
James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
Now here's Harden. Darius Garland missing his last shot. To the middle. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Pass to Powell. Beyond the arc. Harden, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Harden. Nobody near Leonard. No good on his first attempt of the game. To the inside. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. The size and athleticism of Evan Mobley. What a sight to behold.
And the dunk by Powell.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Mobley's got his second basket of the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on that 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Here's Los Angeles now. Pass to Harden. Now Powell. Kicks it out to Leonard. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, a 3-level scorer, and fires away from deep with reckless abandon, folks.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Leonard. Harden left side. And a miss there on the triple.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Mobley with it. Jones covering. Stolen by Zubac. Foul for 3. Allen with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Shoots from 12. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Allen. Mobley with it. Over in the corner, Allen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Garland. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he sinks the second. Here's Coffey. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Pass to Jerome. Now Hunter. Defended by Jones. Stolen by Jones. To the paint. And Batum throws it down.
Well, we know Nick Batum can hurt you from the perimeter. That time he shows you his ups. Go ahead, get up, Nicholas Batum.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. It's Garland with the ball for the Cavaliers. Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
Pass to Simmons. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Batum with the ball. Garland picks him up. 4 on the clock. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Touch right around the rim by Nick Batum. Go ahead, score inside. Nick, show him what you got.
Good on the shot. Okoro's got his first basket.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Here's Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Pass to Bogdanovich. In the corner, Simmons with it. Back to Bogdanovich. Inside. Here's Zubac. Jones with it. Still yet to score.
Yeah, this guy has got big-time Defensive Player of the Year written all over him. Evan Mobley, so good defensively.
Goes up with a strike. Count it. Good. 6 points for Evan Mobley.
And there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Los Angeles making a switch here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Right side, Leonard. Harden scanning the floor. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Pass to Jones. Now Leonard. A ferocity inside by Leonard.
Toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Mitchell with it. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Strus. The layup off target. Down low. Here's Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
How good was Zach? Felt the taller defender on him, gave a little extra burst, and that's all it took.
And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
Allen's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside Leonard. The 3 from Bogdanovich. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. On the wing, Mitchell. The offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Cavaliers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And it's sent back by Leonard.
Boy, just great instincts with great legs. Kawhi Leonard, since he entered the league, has been a tremendous defender.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
8 seconds left in the first half. Outside, Bogdanovich. Stolen by Mitchell. And a deep 3 from Garland. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 4. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Cavaliers trail by 4. It's Strus on the wing. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Mobley misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Leonard. Kawhi with a flush.
Kawhi Leonard decides to flash that explosive athleticism. This guy works so hard on both his body and his craft.
Allen, that's good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The Clippers in the lead. And here's Leonard from 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss. And so it's Cleveland with it. Outside Garland. And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
And it's Leonard missing. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Garland. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Powell. 3-pointer. It's good from long range. Powell's got 10 points.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Clippers making a switch here. Now, here's Garland. 8 points for him. A nice shot by Mobley. He's got 9.
Boy, everyone seems to want a 3-point shot now. Clearly something Evan Mobley is working towards.
It's Powell on the wing. 10 points for him. Harden bounce pass. Jones. And it's sent back by Allen. Here's Mitchell. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Coming onto the floor for your Cavaliers, number 12.
Here's Mitchell. 5 points in the game. Looking to end his cold spell. Outside Garland. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
And to me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem by committing that foul.
Pass to Jones. Now here's Bogdanovich. Back to Harden. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And it's 9 points for James Harden.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Mobley. Rebound by the Clippers. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strengths. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Both teams deciding to change it up. For 3, Hunter. Good on the three-point shot. Hunter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Mitchell. Cleveland moving it around. To the middle. Here's Okoro. Nails the baby hook. Okoro's got his second bucket.
That's what you call a whatever it takes mindset. Okoro finds his way to contribute night in and night out.
Here's Hunter. 2 points. That one goes. And now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So it's both teams making substitutions here. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. To the paint. A kick out to Mobley. And he uses the glass on the layup. Mobley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, that is a big-time, tough finish. Evan Mobley doesn't back down.
Back to Bogdanovich. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Clippers leading by 3. Pass to Simmons. Kicks it out to Leonard. To the inside. Eubanks. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. Now, Mobley. Mitchell outside.
You can see the defensive versatility of Ben Simmons. This guy wreaks havoc. It doesn't matter who he's defending.
Back to Dunn. Pass to Coffey. Outside Leonard. Here's Coffey. Guarded by Garland. Clock at 4. Here's Leonard. Evan Mobley. With the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Hunter. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Here's the Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Coming onto the floor for the Clippers, number 24.
Mitchell outside. Outside Garland. Pass to Hunter. Offline with his 3. Los Angeles leading by 5. Inside. Back to Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Leonard on the wing. In the corner, Eubanks with it. 5 to shoot. Here's Powell. Garland with the defensive effort. And Joe Allen will bring it up for Cleveland. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. He gets that one.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
And stolen by Mobley. Here's Hunter. Right side, Garland. Kicks it out to Allen. Hunter, no one around him. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Clippers moving the ball around. Outside for Simmons. Here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen. And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, Kawhi Leonard lets his game do the talking. Yes, he's soft-spoken and quiet, but boy, he's a big-time player.
Leonard hits them both.
Now, this guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Pass to Garland. And the shot goes in.
Garland doesn't let the pressure get to him. That's why he has the trust of his teammates.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Harden. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And that one drops. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And this team has complete faith in Bogdanovich's ability to hit big shots. This guy just doesn't seem to feel the pressure.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Well, in a game this tight, you can't overlook how important those free throws could be.
And it's Leonard missing. A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes.
And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
1:37 left to play in the final quarter. Harden outside. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And this is why Bogdanovic has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Mobley trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Powell. And here's Leonard. Takes a three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Mobley with it. Here's Garland. Takes it inside. And stolen by Mobley.
Well, this has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
And, you know, few guys play their role better than Bogdanovic. And by that, I mean he's often exceeding expectations and giving his squad more than they asked for.
Strus's shot is good.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Evan Mobley, his second 14 foul. Shooting for
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he misses the second one as well, so he was 0 for 2 that time. There's Garland. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
Absolutely fearless is Darius Garland. Clutch shot, no problem.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Allen, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Now, they like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're down by 8. What do you think, guys?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
Give him a round of applause.
Mitchell wide open. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And the Clippers have possession. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Kawhi all business right now. Defense better get started. It's going to be a long night.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
No luck that time.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. .11 seconds left in the 4th. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
At the line for the Clippers, Amir Coffey taking 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up missing both free throws. Mitchell's shot is good. So the Clippers with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.